as we get set for the fatal four-way to determine the #1 contendership to the MPX champion. And first one out. Kristopher Haiden, a former MPX champion himself, being accompanied to the ring by Nigel Rabbit as a part of the Rabbit Empire. You gotta figure that Kristopher Haiden is ready to get back on top here at MPX, and so far Nigel Rabbit has done everything he can to get him there by getting him this chance here tonight for the #1 contendership. Coming out to the ring next, we got the center stage, Danny Saint. 2 weeks ago in Mayhem in Mid-Cities.
Introducing the second participant from Florida, Texas, center stage, Danny Saint.
2 weeks ago, like I was saying, 2 weeks ago in Mayhem in Mid-Cities, we saw Claudia, Danny Saint's girlfriend, get just annihilated by Kristopher Haiden and Paige Turner. Danny Saint coming out here, he is ready to just kill Haiden for what he did. Following, I mean, he just decimated Kyle Vallow. I haven't seen Kyle Vallow. Nobody's seen Kyle Vallow since he just got decimated, and then put Carrion Arcane into this #1 contendership by running through all of the following. And here's our final competitor, Scott Murdoch. I mean, he had a huge victory in that Texas bull rope match over Andy Dalton.
From Waxahachie, Texas, Scott Murdoch!
Murdoch leaving Andy Dalton completely bloodied and battered in the ring after that just abusive Texas bull rope match. This is going to be an interesting fatal four-way between these four guys. I mean, you know that Danny Saint wants to just kill Kristopher Haiden after what they did to Claudia just 2 weeks ago.
And I'm just going to go out on a limb here, Huck, and guess that your pick to win this match is Kristopher Haiden. Am I correct?
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
how did I know that?
Kristopher Haiden has been to the top. He has been an MPX champion here before. These three guys that are in the ring right now have not gotten there. Kristopher Haiden knows how to win big matches.
Well, I'll tell you who my pick is since you asked. You know,
since I didn't.
Go ahead. You know, I can't go with Danny Saint. I think, unfortunately, there's too much emotion between him and Kristopher Haiden. I'm not going to go with Haiden based on that same fact. I think Carrion Arcane, while he's been on quite the road destroying all of the following, you know, perhaps still has a little bit of ring rust, as this is his first fatal four-way match since returning MPX. So therefore, my winner for this match is that man right there with a Murdoch smash, Scott Murdoch. I gotta believe he's walking out of here the winner and the new #1 contender. You know, I've said for months, Hawk, it's just a matter of time before Scott Murdoch holds gold here at MPX. We've got a lot of action to keep up with.
Carrion Arcane sending Danny Saint out to the floor. Danny Saint wanted his own piece of Kristopher Haiden and shoved Murdoch off.
And look at this, the two biggest guys in this matchup, Arcane and Murdoch going toe-to-toe, nose-to-nose.
Just punches back and forth. And then a huge chop by Murdoch, and another huge chop by Murdoch.
Look at this on the outside, Danny Saint clubbing away at Haiden, and back inside, huge flapjack. Sends Arcane face first. He rolls to the outside. Kristopher Haiden back in the ring.
Smartly jumps on Scott Murdoch while he was still on the ground, using his head while Murdoch was down.
Nice clothesline. takes Haiden down to the mat, and Nigel Rabbit, who's already been a very busy man here tonight, we saw him force Frankie Fisher to lie down for the Prospects champion Lee Fane. And I gotta say, Hawk, looking back on that, might be a little bit of dissension in the Rabbit Empire between Lee Fane and Nigel Rabbit, as Fane did not want to, it looks like, win that match the easy way. Right now, Nigel would love nothing more than to see his man Haiden walk out of your #1 contender, but things aren't looking good for him right now, as he's bouncing back and forth like a pinball between Danny Saint and Carrion Arcane. Double backdrop.
Huge double backdrop, and then Carrion's gonna go for the cover.
Now keep in mind, as we see Danny Saint break up the pinfall attempt, this is not an elimination match. The first man to score a pinfall or submission will become the #1 contender. Wait, a bit of a shoving match between Saint and Arcane. They turn around, double shoulder tackle from Murdoch.
See, and I have to agree with you. When you said Danny Saint wasn't going to win this match, you can just see he's not focused. He's focused on one guy in particular, and that's Kristopher Haiden, instead of being focused on all three of the other competitors in this match.
Nice suplex from Murdoch. And let's go back to last summer, almost a year ago. Think about the wars we've seen here at MPX between Scott Murdoch and Danny Saint. I sat here ringside and saw probably one of the best matches I've ever called in this company, that beach brawl between those two men. And we're getting to see these guys go at it one more time as they're both vying for the #1 contendership. Murdoch now pulling Saint back to his feet. Nice belly-to-belly suplex, shades of Magnum TA.
Needs to go for a cover here after that big, huge belly-to-belly. Slowly gets into the cover.
Murdoch, however, fails to hook the leg. And now Kristopher Haiden slides back in under the bottom rope. Pulls that top rope down, sends Murdoch crashing down to the floor.
Low bridges him to the outside smartly.
Look at this, Saint clotheslines Haiden over the top, and he goes out after him, leaving Carrion Arcane the sole man in the ring.
I just have to wonder, how smart is this that he's going after just.
Wait a second, Carrion Arcane, what are we gonna see here? He's perched up on the top rope. The big thing goes flying.
Oh my God, we rarely ever see high-flying maneuvers from Carrion Arcane. That was a huge flying leap onto both Danny Saint and Kristopher Haiden.
Well, that just goes to show you how important being the #1 contender is to Carrion Arcane. He's pulling out all the stops. And you gotta believe he would love nothing more than to be that #1 contender. I mean, he's basically dismantled the following. The only person left is the MPX champion, Gregory James. Look at this, Dr. One. This could do it if Scott Murdoch can capitalize and go for the pin, but unfortunately.
But smartly, Carrion Arcane rolls away from Scott Murdoch, so he can't make that cover. But Murdoch wasn't even able to capitalize, even if he could.
Now Murdoch crawls back over, cover, and Haiden now in the ring to break it up.
Barely a 2 count. Smartly, Haiden is able to get in there and break it. The huge forearms coming from Kristopher Haiden on Scott Murdoch, and now just grinding that elbow into the side of his head.
Arcane down on the outside, or on the mat anyways. Now Danny Saint slowly making his way back into the ring. A chop from Haiden. I'm not sure how smart that is, chopping the big man Scott Murdoch. What's the minute? Oh! Scott Murdoch just whipped Haiden, but he went right into Danny Saint, clotheslining him. And that almost worked to Kristopher Hayden's advantage. Almost.
Scott Murdoch smartly back chopping Kristopher Haiden to break up that count. And setting Scott Murdoch. Nice neck breaker from Kristopher Haiden on Scott Murdoch.
Fortunately, Haiden, however, unable to capitalize and go for the pin. Murdoch smartly rolls to the ropes. Look at this, Arcane blocks it. Head first, he sends Haiden.
Arcane may have been going to the well just a little bit too much, going back to the top rope, and now Haiden able to get the upper hand. Able to shove Haiden off.
Wait a second, Nigel Rabbit holding on to the left ankle of Carrion Arcane. Finally, let's go, allowing his man Kristopher Haiden to gain the advantage.
Now what are we going to see here? Haiden climbing up to the middle rope on Arcane. And now Murdoch gets in here. Oh, and another huge chop from Murdoch to Haiden.
Danny Saint went for that bicycle kick on Haiden. He moved out of the way. Saint nailed Murdoch, and instead of going for the pin,
what is he do? I mean,
Danny
this
Saint.
is exactly why.
Instead of going for the pin, Danny Saint chased Haiden all the way to the back, leaving Arcane and Murdoch.
And a huge leg drop from the top from Carrion Arcane. Will that do it?
Guillotine leg drop. Cover.
And we have our new #1 contender.
Here's your winner and the
Carrion
new
Arcane.
#1 contender.
What a huge victory for
Arcane.
Carrion Arcane. I mean, absolutely amazing. Now he's going to get his chance, possibly at Gregory James, but I mean, we still have the championship match tonight. He may get go one-on-one against Jerome Daniels if he wins tonight.
Well, you're absolutely right, Hawk, and you better believe that Carrion Arcane will be watching that match, our main event later on tonight, from somewhere in this building. We're not sure when it's going to happen, but Carrion Arcane is the #1 contender, and we'll get the eventual shot at whoever the MPX champion is at the end of tonight, whether it's Gregory James or Jerome Daniels.